Hanukkah, come light a menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance till Torah. Gather round the table, I'll give you a treat. Sippy, won't you play with the latkes you eat? And while we are playing, the candles are burning low.
Hello, my name is Rabbi Miller, and I'm here to teach you how to play Dreidel. So this, my friends, is a Dreidel. All you do is give it a spin. Now, depending on what side of the Dreidel lands face up, that determines how much geld you get. Now, geld originally means money, but when you talk about geld in this day and age, you're usually talking about chocolate-covered coins. So here's my pile of chocolate-covered coins. The Dreidel can land on one of four sides. Each side has a Hebrew letter on it. I want to show you the Hebrew letters. This Hebrew letter is Nun. Nun means you get nothing. So if you land on Nun, you get nothing from the pile in the middle. This letter is the one you want to get. This is gimel. Gimel means you get everything in the pile, and that is yours. If you get this letter here, this is the letter Hey. If it lands on Hey, you get half of the pile, and we in the Miller house round up. So if it's an odd number, then you'll get the half plus one. And this is Shin. This is the one you don't want to get. Shin is when you have to put an extra one into the pile after the spinning is done. So you sit around with your family or friends. Everybody has their own pile of gelt. Before each play, you put into the pile, unless you get a shin, then you put in two. And then you spin and you take turns. So I'm going to show you a few different ways of playing Dreidel, and then I'm going to make some recommendations. So you can spin a Dreidel the normal way, which is what I do right here. It is easy, it is simple. All you have to do is pretend you're like snapping a finger or playing a tiny violin, right? For this day and age. And that's how you spin a Dreidel. Now, when I was like 5 or 6 years old, I learned how to spin a Dreidel. Hey, I got a gimel! Look at that. All right, I learned how to spin a Dreidel upside down. How? And there it is. So you just take a Dreidel and spin it like you're spinning it point side down. Just turn it upside down. It's a lot of fun. Way to show off a little bit. I will also say that some Dreidels are meant to be used, like these amazing little plastic ones. This is a great wooden one. Some, and you might have these in your house, you may have gotten them for your bar or bat mitzvah, are just decorative. Don't play Dreidel with a decorative Dreidel. This one's gotten beaten up over the years with my 3- and 5-year-old who love to play with it. Now, I'll also say that Dreidel is great for about 5 or 6 minutes, and then at some point the Dreidel has to stop before people get tired of it and want to move on to something else. A great way to end a Dreidel game, no matter who has what in their pot, is what I like to call a full contact Dreidel match, where everybody gets their Dreidels. You can spin it right side up or regular. Everybody gives them a spin, and you see which Dreidel lasts the longest. If you're lucky, they'll start bumping into each other. All right, and whichever Dreidel's left standing is the one who ultimately gets everything, and then if you're a nice person, you get to redistribute to your family and friends. Hey, we got another gimel, look at that. So, that's how you play Dreidel. Also, fun fact, if you get a Dreidel in Israel like this one, you won't really be able to see it, but it's Nun, Gimel, Hey, and ultimately not the letter Shin, but the letter Pei. Now the letters have an acronym. They mean Nes, which is the Nun, which means a Nes Gadol Haya Sham, which means a great miracle happened. Sham, if it's a Shin, a great miracle happened there. So for Jews who live outside of the land of Israel, you are talking about the great miracle of Hanukkah that happened there, Sham, in the land of Israel. But if you're in Israel, you wouldn't say Sham because you are there. So you say Po, which means here, and that is how you get the letter Pei. So that's how you play Dreidel. I hope you have a great time with your family, with your friends. Stay safe this year, and happy Hanukkah.